Who you rooting for? Everybody black? In the words of our good sister, who? Issa Rae.
All right. Good job. I'm rooting for everybody black too. Matter of fact, I want a black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. That's not named Patrick Mahomes.
That was real.
I'm tired of Patrick Mahomes,
That
man.
was real. What's the word I'm looking for?
What?
Hateration.
Nah, I'm not a hater.
Holleration.
I'm not a hater at all.
In this dancery.
Everybody talking about they about to go for the 3-peat, and that's cool. I'm just tired of Patrick Mahomes, man. And he really lost me the other week when he was running toward the sideline and he eased up and let them push him, and then they called a penalty and helped them win the game. I was like, you a butthole for that, Patrick.
He playing the game.
Yeah, but you good, man. Like, your team is good, and y'all be winning anyway. You ain't have to do that.
He said, listen, I know the rules, and I'm going to use them to my advantage.
I guess you can't be mad at that.
No.
Breezecast episode 51. What's happening? Yeah, I started recording. You ain't even
Hey,
here.
man, you gotta warn me.
And the kick, when
slick with it.
When I do it, the button is right here. You know what I'm saying? The button is all the way over here. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's
so like,
paying attention to what
I gotta
you're doing.
do right there. Y'all don't. You or John, y'all don't never notice. But what up, man? We here again.
I'm back, guys.
Your main man, Cool Breeze. We got Neefesha in the building. She had another day off, so she pulled up. And
A day off. I don't never have a day off.
Well, you had some time.
Okay,
You had some
say
time.
that.
All right, my bad, because people got to go
And
to
I
work.
made some time.
People got making time.
Period.
Making time for what you want to do. You know? If
My
you want,
good friend over here.
yeah, you make time for what you want to do. If you want to text somebody and talk to them, you make time for it. If you want to go out with them, you make time for it. You know what I'm saying? We grown. You can do what you want to do.
Especially when we can see what's on your social media. Just saying.
Facts. How's it going?
I'm not on social media.
I was about to say, I was just about to ask you. I'm like, how's it going with you and no social media?
It's going great. I feel great. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm actually happy I'm not on social media right now because people are losing their minds.
Oh man, speaking of losing their minds, let's just, what's up?
Slid
Hey.
right on into it.
Yeah, but I'm about to mess it up. Hey, shout out to me. I was at Club Blue last couple weeks DJing. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to my man Cisco. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all come every Friday, Club Blue. It's a whole thing. So we be doing it. I played the 5 Heartbeats at the end of the party.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Okay, now you saw that.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Good.
I've watched that movie at least 10 plus times.
John ain't never seen it.
Is there a heart?
The wonder of the ocean, or whatever they say, or devotion.
Get the words right. You can't mess up a classic if you don't get the words right.
The wonders of the ocean. You know what I'm talking about, though.
I want you to get the words right.
Hey, but that's the jam. But I played that at the end of the party, and everybody loved it. I was like, that's something I've been pulling out my bag for a long time. It'd be crazy how with the DJing, you've been doing it for a long time. You can pull out something you done did a million times, and they love it like it's brand new.
That what makes you a bomb DJ. Because everybody can't do that. Eclectic. That's the word I've been looking for. That's a good word to describe.
Eclectic. When I hear eclectic, I think of Wyclef album. It was called like Wyclef the Eclectic. It had that song in there. Someone please call 911.
Hey, that was a banger.
Hey, it was. What
They was singing their heart out.
What'd he say? If I go to
If
jail
I get
tonight,
shot.
girl, make sure something give me life.
Mary came in.
Somewhat. What'd she say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember Mary.
I hear it in my head.
I just remember him with that voice like, ah, 911.
Wyclef.
Shout out to
be
Wyclef.
singing.
He has some stuff.
He's
man.
an amazing producer too.
He is.
He
That
had
was a
really
great.
good
That was a
ear.
great album. He had that other song on there about, if you ain't gotta go to work, thank God it's Friday. I remember
No,
riding.
I don't. I'm
Yeah, it's
not
okay. I
familiar.
listened to the rest. If you back in the day when you bought a CD, you was gonna listen to Someone Please Call 911, but you were also gonna listen to the other songs to see if you find something else that you like. And that was a song that I had like. You feel me?
I do.
About not having to go to work on Friday. It was on the Friday soundtrack.
When
too.
I started the job I'm working at, I didn't have to work on Fridays. I worked part time.
The last job I had, I didn't have to work on Fridays either. But as a DJ, you want to work on Fridays.
Right. That's your money maker.
Every Friday.
Every Friday and Saturday.
And every Saturday. You do. Like, it's a period for me where every Saturday from, like...
Probably April.
I'm going to say May. May, June,
When people get out of school.
to about September. Every Saturday is booked. If during the summertime I got a Saturday when I'm not doing nothing, it's like, wow. I feel like a bum.
Oh,
Cause I ain't
we
nowhere
just
today.
segued all the way
I
from
know
money.
we went all the way left. We started talking about me and my DJing, but make sure y'all book me because I'll do a good job and I'll show up on time and play what you need me to play and some stuff that you didn't think that you was gonna be on and you gonna be on it.
I can vouch for him.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grand Valley. Yeah, get out of here, man. Wayne State Tartars. We ain't gonna go there again.
You just gotta get a little gut punch.
Man, yeah, because I just was upset about that because I said Grand Valley and everybody just be like, what? What is that? Like, man, y'all some haters, man. I'm gonna put my little disclaimer up real quick, man. Fair use so y'all don't be tripping. But you said you ain't been on social media. The main thing, we're gonna get with the serious stuff first and we're gonna get into the mess. The main thing with social media right now, everybody talking about the president canceling DEI initiatives and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's a lot of people just spewing wrong information. They just saw like a clip on YouTube or this or that, and they just don't know exactly what they're talking about, but they saying it loud. But just for everybody,
and proud,
yeah,
and
loud and proud and wrong. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you was talking your stuff, and you basically broke it down. Come on, human resource expert.
Shush up. No, but diverse equity and inclusion is basically to offer people of color, initially black people, the same equitable opportunities as other people. So you come into these predominantly white institutions, so you hear the word diversity. There was no diversity, so you get the word diversity. Equity is very different than equality. Equity means that everybody comes in on the same level playing field regardless of whatever. Inclusion is, okay, how can we take the diverse population, build on equity, and make it inclusive of all people? So that means race, sexuality, gender, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This DEI initiatives have been around since the civil rights movement, but over time it has been morphed into something that it really should not be. And over the last few years, a lot of companies uses it as a, what I would call a Band-Aid to shut black people up, to say, hey, okay, we don't talk about affirmative action anymore, and y'all want us to have some diversity going on, so we gonna put these initiatives in place. But in reality, the initiatives don't matter if your policies don't change first.
So with all of that said, you got people arguing on Facebook about where you should shop at and where you shouldn't shop at based on who has DEI initiatives in place and who doesn't. And it's like, you know how I go on Facebook. You get the people like, y'all need to stop shopping here. You ain't woke, and you a coon if you shop over here. You supporting the white man. And it's like, all right, cool. So you can't shop at Walmart because they with the shits. You can't shop at Target. You know how much black people love Target, especially women.
People love Target.
People love Target, period. Especially women, like them big ass cups and shit. Y'all was in line, like y'all was getting J's for a cup. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but people love going to Target and shop, you know? And so if we're not going to shop at these places, where are we going to shop at?
First of all, I need people to understand DEI as a whole.
Talk to them.
That's number one.
Talk to them.
A lot of people have an opinion about something.
I feel like you rapping. Talk that
with
shit.
No real factual data. And my thing is, it's like when you do an experiment, what is it called? A hypothesis.
Yeah, that
right?
means you're making it like an
educated
guess.
So my task to all of you would be, have an educated opinion before you start spewing all of this stuff in and out. You know, we can get mad at Trump because of his initiatives, but we have to first go back to the companies and why the initiatives were never in place to begin with, and why when everybody started making a fuss about it, now it's a thing. Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about shopping, if you really think about a lot of these corporations and who runs them, we wouldn't be able to shop anywhere.
Facts.
So, you know, there's a lot of small businesses, but a lot of small businesses or smaller businesses typically don't have the capacity to meet the mass needs of the general public.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where you going to be able to go and get all of the stuff that you would get from there, or in a timely manner? Like, they may have it, but like you was talking the story about the place that had the return policy.
Yeah, so you have people who have small businesses, and because they can't afford to lose out on customer consumption, they have policies where you can't return, you can't exchange, you can't even get a store credit. So now I've lost out on what I really wanted, because whatever you gave me, I no longer want it. Maybe it
was
didn't
the
fit.
wrong
It was the
color.
wrong color. It was the wrong thing. And so now I'm stuck with a $200 loss with no alternative.
No
and
type
so it's
of
like,
no type of recourse.
no. So I think this is what I want people to do. Do what feels best to you in your moral compass. If you take a break from shopping at Target, cool. If you take a break from shopping at Walmart, cool. But what I also want y'all to do is, while y'all running off at the mouth, come with some viable solutions.
Yeah, and that be the biggest thing. Like, you got people on Facebook who just, all they talk about, they call people Negropeans and carry on. Just,
Like, what are y'all making up words?
Man, whatever. But they, because you doing this or doing that, but it's no solution. It's just like, you stupid because you doing this. You a coon because you doing this. You ignorant because you supporting this. You on the white man's internet, on the white man's platform. Like, so you not supposed to use Facebook and Instagram because it's the white man's platform. But then how you gonna get your information out?
But the reality of it is that we are all ignorant about something in some capacity.
Yeah.
And let's keep it a buck here. When you talk about how all these companies are ran, the average person is very ignorant to how they're run. We only know what we know as consumers. Mm-hmm. That's it. But if you are somebody that's in that realm, you're going to know more than you and I, because that's what you do as a researcher, as a product service person.
And plus, it's how you make your money.
That's how you make your money. So
right.
You paid to do certain things, whereas for us, we're just a consumer. But again, if you say we dumb and we idiots and we this, that, and the third because we still shopping here, okay, cool. That may be true. But when you come with all of that uninformed, uneducated opinions, and my respectfully opinion, come with some solutions. So if you say don't shop at Target, Walmart, Meijer,
then
Kroger,
like, hey,
here's 10 other places you can shop as an alternative.
There you go, man. And that's all it be. Like,
give somebody an option.
Like, they be like, somebody was talking about Kroger and Meijer and a black owned grocery store. It's one on Woodward. It's called like the People's Food Bank or something, but it's like on Woodward down there by the Shrimp Shack.
Yeah. The shrimp, that sounds good actually, low key.
Hey, like some good shrimp. I gotta go to Bob's and get me some shrimp. You done talked it up.
Shrimp.
All right, maybe that might be the play. Go get some Bob's. You never had some. You not a West Sider, so you don't know about Bob's Pizza Palace. But
that was real. Scratch that out the video.
Hey, no, we just hit a right turn. Start talking about some food, but it's over there. It's over.
I was about to be throwing up the east side. That was terrible.
But it's over there by the shrimp spot. But in any case, man, the DEI stuff it's important. If it wasn't situations where you would go places and don't no black person have no chance of getting no job here, and everybody in this mug look the same, and y'all just cool with it. But I mean, shoot, it still go on.
But we have to
look at the NFL, like the way
right.
black coaches don't get the same opportunities as white coaches, and then they got to have the Rooney Rule, which is like you have to interview a certain amount of black coaches. So, to satisfy that requirement, even if you're not going to hire them, you just got to interview them.
We have to think about.
But shout out to Terry Glenn for getting the job. Coach Terry Glenn, you know what I'm saying? Aaron Glenn, my bad. Aaron Glenn, AG.
We have to think and consider the bigger picture, though. We're dealing with a group of people who once were the majority who are no longer the majority. Mm-hmm. And they are realizing that they don't hold the power that they used to hold before. And so all they're trying to do is take it back to what it used to be in an underhanded way.
That's what they say when they say make America great again.
Yeah. So, we got to look at it from a bigger picture. It's not even just about diverse equity and inclusion initiatives. It's how can the rich stay rich? How can we eliminate the middle class? And how can we keep the poor poor? But when y'all getting so caught up with diverse equity and inclusion, but nobody is talking about what he just did with federal funding.
Yeah, and that affects people going to school who got federal loans based on that and grants.
We talking about kids who go to school to get free lunch.
Yep.
We talking about SNAP benefits, that's food stamps. We talking about child care assistance. We talking about Medicare and Medicaid. We talking about different organizations who the only way that they can operate from their majority operating budget is through federal funding. I know a whole department right now, and every dollar that they get is federally funded. And that's to do human trafficking, sexual assault, domestic violence, to rehouse people, all these things. And so, and these not just for adults, a lot of these programs are for children too. Mm-hmm. So when everybody's like, well, that don't affect me and it's not at my doorstep.
Man, that'd be terrible.
Yes, it does.
That'd be terrible right there when people say stuff like that. Like, man, it may not affect you directly, but eventually it can. And if it's not affecting you, it may be affecting your brother, your sister, your friend. You know what I'm saying? But
And
as long as it don't affect you, huh?
it sounds like from what they said in the language, they're trying to do an auditing process, right? They're trying to see if it aligns with whatever.
Yeah, because they was talking about it was a lot of wasteful spending.
Yeah, but a lot of these programs, let's keep it a buck here. People do abuse, but they're able to abuse it because the systems, again, we gonna always go back to systems, are not doing what they're supposed to do. So at the end of the day gotta end. In the words of Glorilla.
Who you been hanging? Oh man.
But at the end of the day, you just have to. Okay, I'm gonna say this last point, then we go to the next thing. There are there are levels of people. You have us. We would call ourselves direct service workers. We are on the ground doing the work. Then you have the people who are into politics, and then you have the people who are into policy and all of it. All of us have our part to play. Now, right now, I don't know nothing about how policies and politics works in that area. So when them people come and tell us what we need to do, we need to sign petitions, is we need to go do it, I'm all for that. I'm going to do what I can do in my little bubble. But I'm not about to let all that other stuff stress me out. Okay, moving on.
I did.
That's
man.
my soapbox.
Stay prayed up.
Hallelujah.
My dad be like, just make sure that you got more money when he came in than when he go out. That's it, saying you won. I'm like, all right, old dad, I got you. I got you, dad. But Breezecast episode 51, man.
51.
Talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man. What else is going on, man? It's been cold.
Oh, it is 51.
It's been cold. It hasn't been 51 degrees.
Man, where is that at?
Man, shoot, it was like what? 30 something, and it felt like, oh man, it's warm outside today.
I was outside with my little jacket, like,
you feel me?
Then nighttime hit, you be like, I was just playing.
I bring this up because of the children. Now last week it was cold. It was record cold.
How cold, Daniel?
It was negative.
Okay.
It was negative.
And what?
Okay.
One
I'm just
or
saying,
2 digits.
It was like it was negative. It was cold. Okay. And the kids didn't go to school after Martin Luther King Day, so they didn't go to school Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Monday don't count because that was considered a holiday.
I'm just saying, but you still didn't go to school. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been to school since Friday. Okay? You been out all weekend.
Vacation.
My little niece was out hanging with her friends all weekend. I text her, she ain't even text me back. Just anyway.
Leave her alone. She living
her best life.
Teenage life.
Man, whatever, man.
She ain't trying to talk to
all her friends be getting on her nerves. Her social battery be like, because they be talking all that mess. But anyway, I digress.
So is your viewpoint that the kids should have went to school?
I'm not gonna say that because it was cold. I didn't go do nothing like that Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't go work out or you know what I'm saying, nothing, because I didn't want to be sweating and in the sub-zero temperatures. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm staying in the house. I'm about to go get some groceries and I'm in the crib. And that's what I did, you know?
So what's your gripe about kids not going to school?
I'm just like, okay, but then Thursday, it actually snowed. It was like similar to the way that slide looks on the screen. It snowed pretty bad, like in the morning. Like, it was rough out there. Like, my homeboy, he got a Mustang. I was like, dog, you know what I'm saying? You want to drive a truck instead or something? You know what I mean? It was bad out there. But they had to go to school that day. It just was, because if you're going to do that, man, I don't know. It just was like, y'all kids, and then everybody still got to go to work. I'm like, what's that teaching the kids, you know? One day you're going to have a job, and you're going to have to get your ass up and go to work, even though it's cold.
Okay, well, let's talk about a couple of things.
Here we go, Mom.
At Super Mom, when y'all get a chance to say black-owned businesses, we're talking about shopping small business. Go to Super Mom Culture for all the dope merch. This is not my brand, but it's a black-owned brand.
They got Super Dad?
They do.
Oh.
Same matching shirt, same matching hat.
What about
Super Dad?
I ain't about to say that.
What you about to say?
Nothing.
Don't say it. You need to repent.
No, I'm about to say. I was like, I wouldn't be a Super Dad, so it'd just be like Superman.
You the baby. What? What was we talking about? You didn't ruin it. I don't even know.
Oh, the cold weather and the kids.
Okay, cold weather.
And setting the example, because they just going to be like, well, it's cold outside. I ain't about to go to work.
Did you ever have to walk to school?
I had to walk to the bus stop.
But did you have to walk to school?
No, we had to walk to the bus stop.
Did you get dropped off to the bus stop?
No, we had to walk.
Okay.
We had to walk from.
How far was the?
We had to walk from Granville and Cambridge. That's about 2 blocks from 7 Mile, all the way to 7 Mile, and then we had to walk bus stop was pretty much like across the street from there.
Exactly.
So it's maybe like 4 blocks, 3
coming
blocks.
from somebody who used to work at schools and who had a lot of kids who were being bused, and they were not being bused from the immediate neighborhood, right? So you're coming from a distance. So when you talk about sub-zero temperatures or negative temperatures, you got to think about the iciness of the road in a bus. Buses don't have seatbelts. I don't know if anybody do that.
That is true.
You have to think about the children who have to walk. And then if you know anything about a lot of these kids, the unfortunate piece is they are not properly dressed. That's not any fault of that child.
No.
It's probably maybe their parents can't afford certain winter gear or whatever.
I remember working at MTA, some of them kids be having...
Exactly. We had a mom...
Them thin-ass coats.
This is a sidebar. The boy shoe was talking. Somebody in the school, we went and bought them boots. The mama brung the boots back and was like, we don't want nothing from y'all. He got boots. And we was like, well, why isn't he wearing them? Like, it's snow outside and his boot got a hole in it. But that's none of y'all business.
Damn, it's just like you
So
fighting the wrong battle.
So I'm saying all that to say, when you think about buses, when you think about the safety of buses, when you think about children walking who are not properly dressed, I feel like my fingers were going to fall off just from pumping gas.
Yeah, it was cold. I just was like, I get it with
But Thursday when it snowed, it was not that cold.
But it was bad outside. Like, if any, I don't know.
And a lot of schools were still closed.
They shouldn't have went to school that day either then.
A lot of schools didn't.
Because it was cold in the mug the other days where, you shouldn't be outside. Then it was snowy in the mug the other days. Then all the stuff that you said
a lot of
come into factor with the buses and people driving.
Right,
and stuff.
but
So
a lot of people can navigate the snow better than ice and freezing cold weather.
But the snow, if it was just as cold, it just got like a little bit warmer.
But it didn't snow all day. By the time the kids got ready to get out of school, it wasn't snowing anymore.
But this is talking about when they going to school in the morning, when it's dark outside. Mama.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of factors. You got to think about buses. You got to think about the commute that they have to also take to get the kids back to home or however the distance is.
I get it. I just was like, I don't know. It just felt backwards. I was like, y'all shouldn't have went to school none of them days then. But
you also got to remember this. I don't know if you know this. Schools have a certain amount of days that they can utilize for snow days or something happen in the building or emergencies.
Because if they do too much, then they got to put more days on the back end.
Yeah. So, they try to monitor how many days they take off in an event that something happens. So
it's all good.
If anything, it's more of an inconvenience for parents. Because if you don't have a sitter or whatever.
Peep this. On Facebook, it was somebody, the boy was getting a text message from his basketball coach, and he was like, they didn't have school, but he was like, we still got practice at this time. And the mama was like, tell him, I don't give a damn about no practice. It's blah, 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 blah. Like, hey, y'all ain't going because I ain't about to be driving all over here in the snow and it's cold and blah, blah, blah. And he shared the message with the coach, and the coach was like, oh, okay, damn. Like, he was like basically proving like, yeah, my mama would be on that tip.
But I know some people who still had practice in different places and stuff. I
get the dedication and stuff like that, but then to a certain degree, like if I ain't going to school, I ain't about to come to school to go for practice.
Yeah, but the one thing about sports teams, your schedule don't change. You still got games coming up.
But if school is canceled, it ain't no basketball game. Unless
they on the same day.
No.
Anyway.
No. If you're not going to school to learn.
I'm saying right now.
If you're not going to school to learn, then you definitely not going to school to play basketball.
Let me tell you something.
Going to school to learn is the priority.
The Kevin and Casey show would have been at home. We ain't going to no basketball practice, no gymnastics, no glee club.
Yeah, when it's terrible outside. Like,
absolutely not.
God gave us a day off because it's terrible outside. So we're going to enjoy it. Yeah, we'll be there. But then you got people with dedication. You got to have grit. Like, chill out, man. We little kids. Breezecast episode 51.
51.
Yeah, man. We just chopping it up today, talking about some things. What else is going on? Oh, man.
I keep making this mic wobble.
You all right.
Wobble. Oh,
Cam Newton, man. Your boy Cam Newton.
Not my boy.
Man.
Why you pick that picture?
Because I wanted to get
his whole aesthetic.
Yeah, I wanted to get one of them vests.
That was real petty.
And one of them hats he be wearing. Cam, man, he's being a little bit messy for me.
A little bit?
A lot of bit messy. He got his podcast. Okay? Shout out to everybody having a podcast. Everybody shouldn't have a podcast, though. But, I mean, I'm doing a podcast. But
well, hello.
Whatever.
Breezecast episode 51.
We just talking regular, everyday guy, DJ. But Cam, he got his podcast. He had Dwight Howard's baby mama on the show. Her name is what? Royce Reed. He had her on the show. And all right, I guess. But then the main thing was all the clips that's coming out is him basically. We got to be careful because on YouTube they be tripping when you say certain stuff. Him asking him about his sexuality and about what he was doing in the bedroom and basically if he was gay or not, you know? And it's just like, and then after that, J.R. Smith, you remember J.R. Smith?
Yeah.
That's the one who LeBron was mad at because he called the timeout when they ain't have none or he wasn't paying attention and LeBron was mad to the mug. But J.R. Smith chimed in and was like, he not going to support, you know what I'm saying, you know, Cam having her on there to tear him down. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get the exact clip. But it just was like, damn, that's messy. Like, you're a professional athlete yourself. And to have, we all know the stuff that Dwight Howard is alleged of being a part of. And then it's stuff that's on the internet from games where he be grabbing people booty and a lot of
y'all be grabbing each other's booties at all them games.
Nah,
smacking
man.
booties.
Nah, okay, that's the thing. Now, let's talk about it.
Draymond Green always hitting somebody in the crotch.
It's as a man who's played sports, you know, organized sports, you know, throughout life, it's not a everybody thing. It's dudes who smack guys on the ass and it's dudes who don't do it. You know what I mean?
What did you do?
I wasn't necessarily an ass smacker. I was more of a high five. You know, I was a jump in the air,
Not
chest
with them
bump.
people.
You know what I'm saying? All of that. Women, that's a totally different story. That's
a segue. You ready for that conversation?
That's something else. You don't want to get into that. But no. But like that wasn't really my thing. But I, you know, in the locker room, you get a lot of different personalities. You get the guys who act gay or do like stuff that's gay, like be like noises and say gay stuff or do
sexual innuendo.
Yeah, however you want to say it. You know,
it ain't gay.
I grew up in the 90s. They do stuff that's like that men shouldn't do to other men, okay? Or say stuff that men shouldn't say to other men in a sexual manner.
Okay.
Okay, because you know everybody's
sexually explicit commentary.
Yeah. And it is not. It don't go in line with a man liking a woman. Okay, put it like that. Okay. So and you know, but it'll be that guy who's doing that, but he got a girlfriend or whatever, but he do that. You know what I'm saying? For real, it'll be like that in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't slap asses. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Okay, so I have a disclaimer.
It's different personalities and stuff in the locker room. But bottom line, my whole thing was just like, damn though, like why you had to have her on there, and then why you had to put her on blast like that?
So first,
they probably had a production meeting, and she knew what he was gonna ask.
First and foremost, I really want us to utilize another term other than baby mama. Like, can we say mother of the child, father of the child? Baby mama it just sounds so terrible. Like, don't ever call me no baby mama. I want to fight you. I'm not going to fight you, but I want to fight you. But anyways, I was telling Daniel, like, the fact that we have this woman on a podcast and we've diminished her into a baby mama first is annoying and misogynistic.
I get it. Don't come for me. I'm just, you know.
I'm about to come for you because you part of the problem.
I said her name.
You did.
Yeah.
You said his baby mama first, though.
But she's her own person. She has her own stuff going on, her own identity outside of
her own identity,
outside of her relationship to Dwight Howard and the children today.
But her own identity is not even captured or acknowledged. All she is tied to is Dwight's ex-wife. That's it. She was a cheerleader. She was on a reality show. She has had all these other things going on about her. But one thing that we have to keep reminding ourselves, even us doing this podcast, all of this stuff is entertainment.
Yeah.
We only know what we know based on what we have access to.
What's out here.
So I do not agree with J.R. Smith talking about she on there tearing down another black man.
Here you go, right? He said, respectfully, this is hella corny, Cam. Bringing a black woman to kill a black man is never cool. Don't care who's right or who's wrong. All clickbait ain't good clickbait. This ain't love.
Okay, fair point. But at the same time, I want to know, I would like to see the interview, not particularly because I really don't care about Cam Newton's podcast. What was she saying that was tearing a black man down? We always use terminologies like that are out of context. If he's asking her specific questions about whatever sexual activities they had going on.
He was like, did you see this?
Right.
What did you see? You know what I mean?
So to ask her that and she answers the question, that's not tearing anybody down. If anything, that's sharing what I would call in the healthcare field protected health information. But that would be private information. That's disclosing. That's not to tear you down.
But that's going to affect what part of what Dwight Howard can do. Because, like, a part of, like, you know, he won a championship with the Lakers in the bubble in 2020. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he was in China. And then, like, the allegations came out.
Affect what he can do. Why, though? Let's talk about it.
Why?
Because we going to talk about black folks today. And whoever listening, yes, I'm talking to you if you black.
Talk it.
Black people in the black community have a high level of homophobia. That's number one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because why is everybody so invested on whether or not to prove if Dwight Howard is or isn't gay? What difference does it make? It doesn't matter. Why is everybody so stuck on trying to see if it's true or if it isn't? Because I know a lot of men and women who be dibbling dabbling on both of the sides of the fence. Yeah. And there's a lot of people in the world probably would never even know. But nobody is taking your personal business and showing it and throwing it all out to the world.
That didn't go back to the Cam thing. Like, damn, Cam, like, you an athlete too. Like, you just was talking about recently about how you don't feel like the Superman that you used to feel like because you're not making the NFL money no more and you can't provide for your children like you want to. Like, and you having her on the podcast and talking like this isn't going to help Dwight Howard. You know what I mean? Like, at all.
It don't matter. My thing is, though, how do we keep correlating if it will help or not help him?
Just because they're not on there talking good about him.
But you know why people say it's not going to help him? Because America has deemed that anything related to homosexuality makes you unclean, unworthy, or whatever the case may be.
And that's not it. Like, if you gay, that's your business. Whoever you love, and that's your choice. It shouldn't affect where you work at, what you can do. Now, the thing is when you use that as a weapon to, like, you know, ostracize other people or to belittle other people, or that's a problem, but we're not talking about that.
But the end of the day is two things that exist in this whole conversation. Black men specifically need to deal with their homophobia. Number one. Number two, celebrities don't get enough grace. If people were in our business the way that they are in celebrities' business,
we'd be all
messed up. I just don't understand why everybody is so hell bent on him confirming and or denying it. Whatever he do in his bedroom and behind closed doors,
that's what he said.
It's his business. Now, I will say, allegedly, if he did anything to assault anybody, to do anything to his child, to any other person of interest,
any other people,
whatever
that's
he did,
problem.
He should reap the consequences for
Facts.
that. Period. Point blank. Bottom line.
Facts.
But everybody always want to say the minute somebody tell their truth about somebody else, now you tearing down somebody. This woman was married to him for several years. They have a child together. We don't know what she endured in that relationship.
True.
And as a divorced woman, it's a lot of stuff that happened in my marriage or in my life that a lot of people will not in the public be privy to that. So if I come on here to share my experience, nobody gets to tell me what I'm allowed to share and not to share when I live the experience.
Talk it.
So it's not a matter of tearing nobody down. Here's another kicker. If you didn't want nobody to say nothing about what you did, why you did it, and who you did it to, maybe you shouldn't have did it. Nobody would have nothing negative to say if you ain't give them nothing negative to say.
True.
Dwight.
And
Royce ain't innocent. We know she be on the internet clapping back and being messy. But Cam, he's an entertainer. He got 8 kids. And he on the internet talk about why he can't be Superman because he can't provide financially. A provider is just not somebody who provides financially. How are you taking care of all these 8 kids? You just got finished being messy to your own current baby mama about how you blatantly said on your own podcast, yeah, I've been with other people since I've been with her. Does she know that? We don't know. So yeah, all this stuff is messy.
What my man said at the end of the thing, he said, all clickbait ain't good clickbait.
And he said this ain't love.
And this ain't love. And it's not.
But again, everybody got to operate with their own moral compass. And because you operate a way doesn't mean I have to operate that way.
In the words of Jay-Z, what you eat don't make me shit.
You know what? In the words of the Bible, treat everybody with love, kindness, dignity, and respect.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. You know what I'm saying?
What's love got to do with it? Everything. That was today's message.
After all of that, Cam said, call it what you want, respectfully. I don't go back and forth in no comments. I ain't hard to find, sir.
I mean, he had a point. Like,
Hey,
pull up on me.
I get it. Cam, all right, Cam. And then what else? Like, he also made them other statements about going to the strip club, and he don't go to the strip club for the women. He go for the men, so he can see how much money they throwing, and he can throw more money than them.
And what's the $1 million word?
What?
Ego.
Maybe if
Status.
you wasn't doing that,
you would have somebody to provide for the 15, 11 kids.
And then it's like, I'm not trying to hate on nobody, or all of this is the stuff that's all on the internet that we use every day and all in our phones. And then at the same time, like, Cam really just said these things in less than 3 months. All, like, the thing about the Superman and about the strip club stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think about what you putting out here. But man, I love Cam as an athlete. I like him on Sports Center too. When he's on First Take, keep doing what you're doing. But the baby mama thing, that's messy, man. Don't have. I don't.
Mother of that
I don't
child.
I don't have any children, so you can't have any woman that's the mother of my kids on there to talk crazy about me. But I don't want that for any of my friends or colleagues. All right, Breezecast episode 51.
51.
What else we talking about, man?
All the things.
Oh, what else left? They've been talking about Tia Mowry lately. I saw that today. You want to talk about Tia Mowry? Or you want to talk?
Ahead.
All right, Tia Mowry. They said that her and her husband Corey ex-husband Corey Hardrick allegedly back together after their 2023 divorce. My comments were, at the end of the day, we don't know all the ins and outs of nobody's relationship. This is just all the stuff that's on the internet. And
speculatory.
You take it, allegedly speculatory, whatever.
I like that word.
It just was interesting to me because I just remember from my perspective, her being like, I'm about to live my best life, getting away from him and whatever. And, now she talking about getting back with him. Maybe she went out there and found out the grass wasn't greener on the other side.
I'm about to punch
Or
you.
maybe it wasn't even no grass. It wasn't nothing but mud over there. Somebody else had a comment. They said she found out that what's in the streets need to stay in the streets.
First of all, nobody. Nobody said that she said they're about to get back together. No, that ain't what it said.
Yeah, it's all speculatory.
So,
even this.
Again, I have no
it just
problem.
Was interested.
I have no problem announcing on this Breezecast episode 51. I am a divorced woman. And I can understand when you got to go back to the beginning of their marriage falling apart. Well before we even knew that it was falling apart. We found out when the divorce paperwork, when people were able to get in touch with the divorce paperwork.
Yeah, they have all your business out there.
So we don't know how long before they actually filed, they were split or whatever the case may be. But when you get into a marriage, anybody who's been married for any amount of time, there are opportunities or situations where you lose yourself as a woman or as a man. And then when you add in children, you add in career, you add in all these different things. And you got to think they're both actors.
I see that a lot where, women lose their identity. Like,
men too.
Yeah, men too, for sure. Turn into you don't do nothing for you.
Yeah.
Like,
men have postpartum depression just like women do. The adjustment of new children, the new routines, and then they're actors and actresses, so they travel for months on at a time. So we don't understand what their life looks like. We only know from the outside looking in,
from what's on the internet.
Yeah. So from my perspective, is it seemed like she might have been the head of the household. She might have been the person leading the ship. And it seemed like maybe what she was putting out, not just financially, maybe what she was putting out wasn't being reciprocated to her. And so naturally, as a woman, if you feel like that's not what's happening, we don't know if they've gone to counsel. We don't know how much they try to make it work.
All you do is see
the end part.
Yeah, just the little bits that come out.
But you know what I found? Since my divorce and talking to other married people and just listening to other situations, people get divorced and get back together all the time. Mm-hmm. And it ain't a matter of thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Sometimes you need a separation period. And usually in those moments, your emotions are high. So it's better to call it for a divorce. And then sometimes that divorce helps people go and do the changes that they needed to do. Sometimes we can't do the changes we needed to do together.
With the person.
Yeah. And so I'm not a proponent for divorce, and I'm not a proponent for staying together if you are unhappy. I am a proponent for you praying and you doing what God tells you to do in that marriage with that person. And whatever God tells you to do is how you should move. If they both have been separated for a couple years, been divorced, and they like, listen, I've made some changes, you've made some changes, can we try our hand at this again? There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't understand why so many people feel a way about it. Marriage is a sanctity that should be honored and revered under God. So if people can find a way back
and it
to
take
that,
work.
yeah, what relationship doesn't take work? I saw somebody post this. This was a few years ago before I got off social media. And I ain't comment because I don't do no arguing on the socials. But they were like, if marriage is so much work, why would I want to do that? Every time I hear married people talk about it's a task, it's a work, marriage doesn't sound attractive or appealing.
Whoever said that was a woman. She's probably born in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s.
She wasn't. She was actually older than me.
Oh, really?
And I'm 38, so she's probably a couple years older than me.
She was a butthole.
But I bring that up because what relationship do you have in any capacity that doesn't require some work?
Anyone.
Tell me one relationship.
Anyone.
Your work relationship with your boss. You get a performance review every year or every 6 months. There may be something one point that you have to work on, and then there may be something you don't have to work. In a friendship, we don't always get it right in a friendship.
Nope.
So we got to come back, apologize,
talk about it.
Yep. Have conversations,
be transparent,
be forgiving, be loving, be kind.
Mm-hmm.
So why do everybody feel like
when you get to marriage, that don't apply no more?
Ain't no work in marriage. Like, it can't be.
We good.
Because I'm a lover of Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
The Bible says sickness and through health, rich and for poor, better or for worse. Must I go on? So there's no reason why the word of God would include all of these things if at some point throughout the duration of your lifetime together, you wouldn't experience them. So why do people be so surprised when they be like, marriage do be hard. And I'm saying marriage be hard. I'm saying it just like that. Don't come on here trying to correct me. Marriage can be hard, but marriage also is beautiful. I've been married and divorced, and you will never hear me say nothing bad about marriage because marriage is beautiful. Just because my marriage ended doesn't mean I'm mad and angry toward marriage. Not at all.
But I mean, think about it. It's easier to be mad and angry and, give up on something than to face it and work on it and try to get better at it.
Yeah.
It's easier to be like, it's all trash than to be like, no, that person is cool. This situation was cool. And to sift through it, it's easier just to be like, it's all trash.
And now I'm going to say this. Let's keep some key points here. You should never stay in a marriage where you are being physically abused, emotionally abused, or any type of abuse.
Absolutely.
Period. And you also got to understand that a lot of people are in marriages that God did not put together. So they probably wasn't going to never work anyways. Maybe mine was one of them. I don't know. But at the end of the day, marriage is all of the things, and you put it in alignment with all the other relationships that require some level of work. Work doesn't change just because you are married. Now, how much work you got to put into it and how much work you don't, I can honestly say there were times in my marriage where it was absolutely beautiful. It would be moments where we would have conversations where it's like, dang, we ain't had an argument in who knows how long. So, I don't know. Anyways,
you got to build it up.
Build it. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? What's the next part?
It takes more than love.
No, it'd be like, stand up. You messed up.
Let me know that you understand.
You ain't a real Five Heartbeats watcher.
Shut up. I done watched it.
We got to go watch it. You think I take one, maybe two drinks? I'm an alcoholic now.
You want my spot?
You want my spot?
You want my spot, Flash?
Well, you
ain't got it. Get it. You ain't got it, and you ain't gon' get it. My bad, y'all. Sorry. But hey, shout out to them. Hopefully they work it out. How about that?
If they get back together, cool.
Great.
That would be wonderful for the children.
Great. But it's
we
all
be going
good.
on all type of tangents.
We just be on here talking, man.
We
it's
passionate.
Cool. Yeah, it ain't no thing.
What else we talking
Random internets real quick, man. The first one.
Oh, gosh.
The first one.
Man.
This basketball coach. She had a baby, and then she was back coaching in less than a week. She only missed one game. Had a baby. Don't it take long? Usually women be out the game for, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks.
The average recommended time from an OBGYN is 6 weeks for a vaginal delivery, 8 to 10 weeks for a cesarean. And that's
like a good month and a half.
Yeah, and
months.
I was saying, it also is dependent. Those are estimated times. It depends on whatever happened between your labor and delivery experience or what may have happened with your baby.
I feel like she's still dripping. Going back to you ain't even sold yourself all the way up.
No, she ain't. But then it makes me wonder, like,
Is she?
Not is she a workaholic, but why is the United States the way that it is, to where women feel, one, that they can't take time off work in fear of losing a job. Two, you can't take time off work because does your job even offer paid maternity leave? Three, what if she just was like, I want to go back to work? Now, I don't believe she was cleared by nobody's doctor to go back in no week for a vaginal or cesarean. So I would want to know, as a social worker, because I'm nosy, what made her go back to work so quick. But women always get the short end of the stick when it comes to child rearing. There are jobs that will ask, like, do you plan on getting pregnant in the next several months? And they will not hire women for certain positions.
Yeah, they won't hire you based on that. Like, I can't, like, you know, a woman, you should be able to have children whenever you want to. But I got to put that, I got to
put that to the side in order to keep my job.
Yeah, so I can have a job, you know? And it's like, that ain't right.
In other countries, women and men both consecutively get a year off with job protection
like,
and pay.
Over like in like Norway or like Finland, like over there. Because they take care of their people.
Really and truly, when you think about all the nuances and changes that happen with the baby, 4 to 6 weeks, that's a couple of months. That baby hasn't even got sleep trained yet. That baby is still probably on the breast if they're breastfeeding. The parents probably still sleep deprived. They don't know if they're coming or going. So a solid year, shoot, by the 8th or 9th month is when you finally getting in the groove and getting a routine of sorts. So you really do need a year.
She's talking about it was hard for her to yell. She was like, she never hesitated in her decision to return. I love my team. I ask a lot of them. I made sure I would give my best to them. We have to be willing to give up everything, Lady Voss Senior Samara Spencer said, but having a baby is very, very hard. Caldwell laughed and nodded. Out there on the floor, the adrenaline kicked in. Caldwell said, I'll find out how badly it is when I finally settle down.
Yeah, and so to me what that says is when she says we have to be willing to give it all up. So you got some other things, sis, that you got going on that you got to work on, because why can't we have it all?
I mean, like, yeah, you just had a baby. If it's one time to be like, you know, you got assistant coaches that you work with, they could take over the team and, you know, guide the team for the next couple games, and you could still be involved in what's going on, but you could be there and take care of the baby, you know, or like just be there with the baby.
That's
the culture we live in. You got to give it all up to win and be an asshole to win.
Self-disclosure.
Go ahead.
When I had my son, I before I had him, I was like, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to be off work for 2 years. I had a whole plan mapped out. Completely mapped out. I went through severe postpartum depression. And as soon as I could get cleared to go back to work, I ran out that door. It was very difficult for me to adjust to being a mom and to lose what I thought I was losing of independence and all this freedoms of sorts at the time. I've since garnered another idea about that. But I'm saying for some people, it's not easy to go from being what your schedule looks like and your routine, and then now you got a brand new baby. Some people don't know how to adjust and or adapt to that. And that's hard. And a lot of women will go into postpartum depression trying to manage that if they don't have support. But one, outside of all of that, it is unsafe, unless she was cleared by her doctor, to go to work a week after delivery. I really want to know if that was true, if she went to work a week after delivery.
Said she only missed one game.
I'm like, how long before? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
She back coaching. You heard the quotes I read.
I hope she was cleared by her doctor. I hope she's doing what's in the best interest of her body, her mental, and her physical health.
That's a lot, man, to put your body through, and then you trying to go back to work and coach. She talking about it's hard to yell. You right, it's hard to yell. You just gave her a life. Yeah, and your uterus is probably, I don't know, after a week, it's probably still contraction. We don't know if you breastfeeding, all these other things. Might be at the game leaking.
I will say, though, back in the day, a lot of people felt like you couldn't go outside, you couldn't do nothing after you had a baby and all of that. A lot of things have improved over time, so it's not how it used to be. But I just hope that it's not a workaholic thing or a fear of losing her job or whatever the case may be. And I really hope she was cleared by her doctor, most important.
Me too. Because your health and safety is the most important. Like, you a new mother. I think this is her first child. She's 36.
Is she married?
I didn't see that part.
Okay, so then again, we don't know
Right,
her scenario.
there you go. But hey, it's just a lot.
And married or not, do you have support people?
Yes.
That's a lot to just leave a newborn like that.
That's a whole heap. Yeah, you to go coach a basketball game.
My son was several months old at that point when I went back to work.
What else we got? Little Tyrese Halliburton. Men who this one told me up, man. Men who attracted to studs a little gay for sure.
I look like a stud right now.
We in the point where me saying a woman is cute is cute or being attracted to a woman is saying I'm a little gay because she is stud. Now as a man, even when a woman puts on the stud uniform or
Ooh.
I'm just saying when you got on baggy clothes.
Me
men,
right now, I
men,
ain't a stud.
That's not stud clothes. You still look
Some
like a
people
woman.
can say that.
I guess, but if they see you stand up, you got leggings on and Uggs, and that's woman. That's not
woman.
Yeah, that's not. It's always woman, but it's not like the
attire
stud
for what
type. You
most
know what I'm saying? It's
studs-
more men,
yeah.
more masculine
Masculine,
clothes. This just tears me up, man, because I'm like, even when you see them women, you can still see the woman. Shout out to that one cute girl that be getting a haircut, and my man be pinching her cheeks. She be having the stud clothes on with the little dress shirt and stuff. But then
She fine.
yeah, they started with the
She's
dress.
very
But
pretty.
she's still cute when she got her stud outfit on.
Every time he touch her, I want to slap him though.
Yeah.
Stop touching her because she already told you to stop several times.
Yeah,
At this point, now it's borderline harassment.
I agree.
And you know I do that kind of work and I be ready to
For
fight.
sure. I think that's, a lot of stuff people be having staged. So, like, they probably know each other. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because she's not going to let you keep
That's why I don't let the internet get me riled up. 'Cause
Right.
You don't
'Cause
know what's
be,
real.
'cause you be riled up all the time. So they say
What's
the
fake?
majority of stuff on the internet is like a lot of it is fake.
It's why I'm not on there,
They got
guys.
AI people on, AI
Yeah.
profiles on this stuff. This just AI stuff. It's crap. But this right here is crazy, man. Even young M.A., she's a very masculine woman. But you can see the woman. You have to look hard.
She
But you
that
can
don't make her
still-
less attractive because she's a stud.
True.
She's
You
still a
right.
woman.
You're right. Like if a stud is unattractive, okay, if she got like a mustache and a beard, or she got muscles and brolic, and you know what I'm saying? That's not cute. But
To you,
yeah, not to me, but it might be some dude who like a brolic, muscly woman.
look at all these bodybuilders who married, and they will beat you and me up.
Say you and me.
I can't even help you. I'ma just concede. Please, ma'am, sir, please don't. We give in. We sorry. We not even about to try to fight you.
Remember on Scary Movie when they had the coach, the basketball coach? She was like, "What we're gonna do is and then she like,
Why she sound like that?
yeah. Then she like forward to her, like cross her legs. Anyway, I just got a little flashback of that. when
Okay,
you
back
said
to
that.
what you were saying.
But yeah, man, like damn, like I mean, we 2025 came.
Everybody want everybody to be gay. Like, I wish y'all would stop. I just wish
for
y'all
real,
would
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
The
Like,
homophobia, the every little that's gay. Find something new to say. Upgrade your vocabulary. Everything and anything is not gay. And if you really want, pull out Webster's. The real definition of gay is happy. Yes, everything I do is happy.
watch Malcolm X.
Gosh, like, you can't look, you can't have an opinion, you can't say somebody, oh, you might. Shut up.
And then even with the pause thing,
Gosh,
like, everything. It's like, bro, it's to the point where you searching so hard, like you tripping.
You might be.
Yeah. But all right, whatever. If a woman is attractive, I'm gonna say she's attractive.
It don't matter.
It don't matter
you
if
know?
she
I
gay
see.
or not.
Here's a good example. It's all kind of men. Before I got off social media, who do makeup. My niece sent me a video of this guy on TikTok. When I say this chocolate thunder cat was fine, this man was fine. Okay, he put that Don't make that face. He put that makeup on. He was a whole nother person, but he was fine.
He did make he
was a makeup artist, and the way for him to show his artistry is that he did the makeup on himself. And outside of doing the makeup on himself, he wears makeup on a regular basis, but he's still a very handsome chocolate man. So I can't say he handsome no more because he wear makeup. No, he's still handsome.
No, you couldn't say that. I mean, but
And clearly he is a homosexual.
okay, got it.
He gay.
And then for me, I'm like, yeah, because I mean,
Just because somebody gay, you can't say that they beautiful or attractive.
no, not
Just
at
because
all.
somebody dresses more masculine or more feminine, they no longer attractive.
My-
now that makes you attracted to them in that way.
My thing is just like, as soon as you
People
said
annoying.
it's a man doing makeup, I was like, he's probably gay. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Do your
We
thing.
never do you think about that when you think about a white man, or do you only think about that
if it's a
Do you know how many?
If it's a man that does makeup, most likely, yeah.
Not true.
I would say if
we never say that when you go into an Asian nail salon and you see the Asian men doing nails. Ain't nobody ever said they gay. Ever.
Cause they don't present themselves a certain
And it's
way.
a lot of men that are out
They just
here
be in there
doing
working.
hair.
They be in there in regular flannel shirts and jeans,
and
they just be
again,
doing your feet.
Assumption. We don't know.
You know. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm not.
Find some more words to say. Everything and anything ain't gay and don't make nobody gay. Y'all need to go deal with y'all homophobia and work that out with yourself and Jesus.
Word. I'm just saying, if a guy, if you tell me, oh, what does he do? He does makeup, and I look at him, I'm probably gonna be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
The
like,
guy who did my hair for my wedding when I was married clearly has 3 children and married.
For sure.
And he can lay some hair. When I say he can cut and
it's plenty of dudes who like do hair and guys
makeup
and then do their thing.
It's a guy, his name Anthony Cuts on Instagram. He used to have really, really long locks. He got a real deep, raspy voice. Can slay some hair and makeup, and ain't nothing about him gay. Period.
It's all good, but those guys are few and far between. Usually, if it's a guy doing
that's
that,
only what we're exposed to.
That's what I've seen. When if you see a guy and he does that, usually, yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's gonna talk like with the S's.
What's
and the
our
lisp
message for today?
and all of that. Real quick before we get out of here, you ain't see the new song with Bruno Mars and Sexy Red. Everybody talking about it.
No,
because when you think Bruno Mars, you think it's gonna be, Bruno
Mars. He be talking some cash stuff.
Yeah, but not Sexy Red cash stuff. Sexy Red.
Well, you said he got a gambling problem, and they trying to get. He
man.
trying to get some money.
Man, so
all money ain't good money, y'all. Like, listen,
they got the new song. Guess what it's called? Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
The only thing I want that's fat, juicy, and wet is a mango.
Or burger.
Or a burger or a pineapple.
With cheese.
With some cheese.
But no, and then it's like, I was going
I don't know about the wet part.
I was going to DJ on Friday, and I seen it. It was like one of the new songs. And like, you play it, soon as it come on, it get right to the raunchy part. You get like 2 bars of beat, and the beat is cool. It sounds like some DJ Mustard stuff that you already done heard before. I can't think of what song it is, but it's a retread. But soon as it come on, he like, let me see you. As soon as it come on, like, and then Sexy Red, when she come on, she take the nasty up a couple notches. So y'all enjoy that. If you catch me somewhere playing DJing, I don't know if I'm gonna play that one. Somebody gonna have to ask me to play that. I'm not gonna play it.
Well,
I'm not gonna play it on my own volition.
There you go. You have a different job that requires different things of you. I will never play it.
It's all good. You ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing.
I ain't missing nothing. All I know is, man, be mindful of what y'all let in y'all ears and in y'all spirit, because some of this mess is just not good.
I agree. We talked about that last week with all the ops music. Like, yeah. I don't know, man. Don't just listen to one type of music. Expand your musical palette. Expand
your horizon, Smokey.
Yeah. But I don't know. Everybody not necessarily music people.
Nah.
Like some people got other stuff. Like,
I'm a little disappointed because the beat sounds really catchy when you first listen to it.
It's an old Chris Brown.
He let me listen to a couple of songs because I'm not really listening to any kind of music like that right now. I couldn't even listen to the rest of it. The first couple of seconds.
Yeah, it's a rap. As soon as it come on, it's like super sexually explicit.
It's just too much. Like,
yeah, off rip. So,
but it's an audience for everything.
It is. We
just ain't that audience.
Yeah, as a DJ who plays a lot of different music, I get in my ratchet bag sometimes. It is what it is.
Episode 51.
Yeah, I'm not going to play that one, like I say, on my own. You're going to have to ask me to play
Breezecast.
Breezecast 51 just coming at you, man. I appreciate you for coming through once again. You can welcome to come through anytime. We're going to get John back up in here, man.
We got to do a trio.
Yeah, we're going to have
Where
that.
my bro at?
Yeah, somewhere playing with horses or something. Whatever
Leave him alone.
My Mustang Sally head ass. Anyway, y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all follow on social media. Book DJ Cool Breeze on Instagram, on Twitter or X at Book Cool Breeze, Facebook too. Y'all know what it is, man. Catch me this week. I'll be at the Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show at Cola Lounge and Club Blue this Friday. You know what time it is.
Share, like, and subscribe to the podcast.
Bing.
Because I always want to come in with some extra commentary.